Starting a business can sound like an impossible task. You might think that you don't have what it takes. You might think that you're not very entrepreneurial. You may have heard that 9 out of 10 startups fail. But what I've learned over the last 9 years in online business and marketing and building my own business, it's that starting a business is a step-by-step process. And if you follow the steps, then things become a lot more manageable. Hey, welcome back to the channel. We're going to discuss the 3 simple things that you need to do if you want to start an online business or you don't know where to start. And it's called the 3 baby steps of online business. It's going to be a simple strategy and some tools to help us on our shared journey of living the type of life that we want and getting the type of freedom that we want. And you want a simple strategy to organize all your efforts. Don't worry, I got you. Now, baby step 1 is content, right? Learn to master content creation. Baby step 2 is audience. And the right content will attract the audience that you want, and then you own that audience, right? This is about ownership. Baby step 3 is monetization mastery. It's that simple, those 3 steps. I teach this framework to help you implement these steps: content catalyst, asset amplifier, funnel fuel, and momentum machine. That's the framework, right? There's a video about 4 minutes long to teach you that framework. I will link it up in the description, and it'll be somewhere up on the top. Now, first, let's talk about content. You need to establish yourself as an authority, and keep in mind, we're building a business here. When people buy, they do research. That could be reading reviews. In our case, that could be checking out your previous content. Your content should inform, educate, and also gives people an idea of how you teach. And if you can help them, every piece of content, every post is a seed. I heard Myron Golden say that. So you got to make sure that in each piece of content, you're addressing one problem, one solution. And if people are going to experience transformation, that pain, it has to be real intense, right? That pain has got to be real for them to buy, baby. You got to make that, you got to twist the knife, and you can do that in an ethical way, but they have to be hurting, right? And you guys have heard of the PASS method: problem, agitate, solve. So that's what that's about. Now, then you release the solution and release them from that pain by giving them your solution in your content. Now, if the info is good and the info helps them, they'll start looking into some of your other things. Maybe they'll check out some of your other videos or something like that. And content is a gateway to step number 2. And step number 2 is audience, building an audience. If people can count on you to hang out with them, to come chill with them online each week, that's a touch point. And consistency is one of the hardest things to do online these days. And I explained that in that video I told you about 4 minutes, that is going to change the game for you if you apply it. It's the secret to consistency. Let's talk about community, right? Once you start showing up, you're going to build a tribe of people. People start going to follow you. They're going to start commenting, liking, and interacting. And then you want to show those people some love because they're there to support you, right? Those are going to be the people who are going to help share your message, help spread the word. Some people hate their job. Some people are not satisfied with where they are in life. So they try to jump into the online business world and do all this stuff, create products and sell stuff to make money, right? Only to make money. If you aren't vested in the success of your customers, you'll do all of that only to figure out that, like, this takes a lot of work. And customers they know when you're just trying to make a buck. It takes just as much work to do this whole content creation online business thing as it does for your job, right? And if you don't build that connection, people can sniff that out. And you got to realize that the return doesn't come immediately. You have to put in work. I mentioned ownership before. And when I say ownership, the analogy is bring them to your house, man, right? If you want to make friends with somebody, say, hey, look, come over to the house. I'm going to make you a nice steak. Right? So you bring them over to your house and you serve them up a nice meal. How do you do that online? Well, you bring them to your email list, and that way you can serve them. You see how this is the last step? The last step is monetization. The last step is making money, not the first step. This comes after you're helping people in baby step 1 when we talked about content, right? And then showing up for them consistently, week after week. Baby step 2, audience, build an audience. It's very simple, all right? And people have the most problems with this part because this part is about testing. It's about patience. It's about putting skin in the game. It's about putting your money where your mouth is, and people don't want to wait. to get money. They want instant gratification. And so you don't build a business that can last when you just try to build it off getting a quick dollar. With an intense focus for a long time. Those were the 3 baby steps. Now, how do you implement those steps? And before I get to that, let's talk about the things that you see here, right? So an offer, when we talk about monetization, there are 5 things there. An offer, let's say if you're somebody that is trying to get somebody to lose weight, man over 40 with a beer gut. If you're struggling with losing that beer gut, I can help you get rid of that beer gut in 10 minutes a day with this brand new program. You don't have to change your diet, something like that. All right. That's an example of the offer. And then reach, right? I teach something called the Omni Content Blueprint, where you pick one main platform, you let them know about whatever the problem is, week after week, right? You create that content, you send out it to you send it out to your social media, to your email list, right? Everywhere. Hey, I got this piece of content. You show up. Look at the numbers. Look at the analytics. Don't let the data tell you what to do. Don't try to guess. If you try to guess, you'll be making stuff that you want and not what your people want. Okay. And then react. Adjust to what the data tells you. So if you have low click-through rates, if you have low email open rates or low conversion rates, that data is telling you you need to fix something. All right. And then course correct. Put the offer back out there after you react and you make the adjustments. So for instance, if you're running ads, turn off the creatives that don't work. Look at the ones that underperform, turn them off so you can save money. And then turn on other ads, use other creatives. These are the kind of thing that you want to do so that you can make sure you're optimizing. That's as simple as I can make it, right? It's step 3. Can you post for 3 years without expecting monetization or without getting a return on investment? That sounds extreme, but you got to have that kind of mindset going into this thing that's a marathon. It's not a sprint. So those were the 3 baby steps. So how do you implement them? I can jump on a call with you for 2 hours a week, right? If you're interested in jumping on a call with me for 2 hours a week to help you implement these steps with immediate and direct feedback in your business, it's inside my 12-week coaching program called Creator to CEO. I just opened it up. I'm only opening about 5 to 10 slots for some entrepreneurs that want to learn how to build their business, right? How to take their efforts in the content that they're creating, just tweak a little bit of the things that you're already doing. Nothing different. You just get that hands-on guidance from me. We got 3 phases. The first phase is these 3 baby steps that I just taught you, right? The first phase is the first 4 weeks is content creation, content mastery. Teach you how to do that. So you'll have unlimited content, but we'll start with a year's worth of content. And this will only take a few minutes. Literally in 27 minutes, I can give you a content marketing strategy, email marketing strategy, social media marketing strategy. And then phase 2 is going to be building an audience. That's the second 4 weeks of this coaching program. The third phase of this program is going to be monetization mastery. And this is where we put your business on autopilot. We get your offers together. We make sure you got the email marketing dialed in. How it works is that I'll jump on a call with you for 2 hours. The first 20 or 30 minutes, we instruct on a certain concept. This is what you do. This is how you build it. And then the next 10 minutes, I tell you, all right, this week, this is what you do in your business, right? And then the last hour or so, 45 minutes, I take questions from you about your specific business and you get that feedback from a live person. And I'm telling you, it's so much faster when you have somebody there guiding you like in person. I invite you to apply for the program. It's only 5 to 10 slots. I'm excited. I've done a lot of one-on-one coaching, but this is the first time that I'm going to work with a select group of a few people. So if you're interested in that, I'll leave the link down in the description how you can apply. I'm launching this 12-week program, Creator to CEO, and I think you will really begin to see how this can help you build your business without all the complications. That's why I only included 3 baby steps so we can keep it simple. Now, I want to ask you a question. How much money have you not made this year because you didn't know what to do next? Maybe you didn't know what to post. You didn't know what to sell. You didn't know what to promote, right? You probably left a lot of money on the table just because simply you didn't know what to do. It's very hard out here. It's competitive. The barrier to entry is low. I get it. It's a lot of noise online, but you just need a roadmap. Okay, and this coaching program is your opportunity to get that roadmap. In the comments below, I want you to tell me what your biggest takeaway from this video was. All right, I want to know the biggest thing that you think that can help you in your business. Leave it in the comments. Tell me what that is. Now, you have the 3 baby steps, but there's one more thing you need to know. And most people will gatekeep. They won't tell you about all these things. There's so many things in between. If you want to know what some of those things are, then make sure you check out this next video here.